Tiger Woods, Rory McIlroy, and many other top PGA Tour players got together in Wilmington recently to talk about the future of the league. We all know that there's been a lot going on regarding the LIV Golf scandal, and it looks like we're not the only ones who want answers. Let's learn more about what happened at this meeting. Let's also look at Tiger Woods praising Rory McIlroy for a role in this conflict. To start with, the meeting yielded some pretty good things. Before this meeting, Woods and McIlroy met with 23 other top players at the BMW Championship in August to talk about the threat that the breakaway tour posed. This week, Golf Channel reporter Rex Hoggard found out that the two men held a second meeting in the Bahamas. This time, PGA Tour Commissioner Jay Monahan was there too. Even though McIlroy isn't playing in this week's Hero World Challenge, he joined the emergency LIV Golf meeting via Zoom. After the meeting ended, McIlroy seemed happy with the way things were going for the players. According to Mark Schlabach of ESPN, McIlroy was glad that they were able to get somewhere with the matter at hand. It looks like all the top players on this tour were in agreement and alignment about where they should be headed from here on out. Sounds vague, we know, but McIlroy didn't say a lot either about what was said during the 3-hour meeting. In fact, he said those ideas don't belong in a public forum right now. Xander Schauffele, who was also there, said that the ideas were new and fresh. He also said that he would like the fight between the PGA Tour and LIV Golf to end in a peaceful way. He said that what he would like to see is some kind of unity. There's a lot of mixed feelings going around in the golf world, and a lot of players, including Schauffele, think that a peaceful way would be a good way for things to turn out. Coming up, things have been tense between PGA Tour and LIV Golf. Some of golf's biggest names, like Dustin Johnson, Bryson DeChambeau, and Phil Mickelson, have joined the new LIV Golf, which is backed by Saudi Arabia's private investment fund. We also know that Greg Norman has been cooking up some things too. Apparently, the CEO of LIV Golf said that he offered Tiger Woods between $700 million and $800 million to join the league, but he turned it down. The current Open champion, Cam Smith, is also going to leave the PGA Tour for LIV Golf, according to a report from the Telegraph of London. Also, a judge denied a restraining order from Taylor Gooch, Hudson Swafford, and Matt Jones, 3 LIV golfers who wanted to play in the PGA Tour's FedEx Cup playoffs. If you think this is a lot, keep in mind that this is just one example of the recent drama between the PGA Tour and LIV Golf. Apart from all of this, players who have left the PGA Tour for LIV Golf have been banned, and other golfers who left the PGA Tour for LIV, like Kevin Na, simply quit. Mickelson, DeChambeau, and some other LIV golfers have also sued the PGA Tour for antitrust violations, saying that the tour's rules make it hard for LIV to compete. What's more, this recent meeting was a continuation to finally come up with a solution. Since the Saudi-funded breakaway circuit started up in the summer, it seems like PGA Tour players have met more than once to talk about it. Back in August, Woods and the rest of his PGA Tour peers had their first emergency meeting. Only one of the 23 players who showed up to that meeting has left for LIV Golf since then, and that player is none other than Joaquin Niemann, aka the guy who won Woods' Genesis Invitational in February of this year. If you don't know already, at Woods' most recent meeting, Jay Monahan was also there, making the total number of attendees 23. What we know is that when the players met this time, they were hell-bent on finding a solution, which is something they weren't able to do at the last meeting a few months ago. Lastly, Woods has something of his own to say. In the midst of all this drama, Tiger Woods wanted to address a few things at the meeting that a lot of people thought needed to be said, even if he was just repeating familiar bullet points. He talked about giving younger players more chances to play, leaving a legacy, and being able to play in the major championships. He also talked about giving the best players more money. The thing is, everyone's heard all of these things before. This time, it just meant more now that it was coming from a 15-time major winner. Keep in mind that Woods was officially named the winner of the PGA Tour PIP money for the second year in a row, and he still plans to play in the match with McIlroy on December 10th against Jordan Spieth and Justin Thomas. Then on December 17th and 18th, he'll play with his son Charlie Woods in the father-son PNC Championship. Even though he's sad about not being able to play in a tournament for the first time since the Open in July, the former world number 1 has shed light on the state of his golf game these days. Before his latest injury, he was regularly shooting rounds of 64 and 65 on his home course. Moving on, let's look at Tiger Tiger Woods praising Rory McIlroy for role in PGA Tour conflict with LIV Golf. First up, Tiger Woods thinks Rory McIlroy is a man of many talents. Tiger Woods says that Rory McIlroy has shown himself to be a true leader in a place where the PGA Tour and LIV Golf are still fighting. McIlroy, who is the chairman of the PGA Tour's Player Advisory Council, has spoken honestly about the LIV circuit, which is funded by Saudi Arabia and has caused a lot of controversy. Woods agreed with McIlroy on Tuesday when he said that the two organizations could reach a deal and stop suing each other if LIV CEO Greg Norman left. According to Woods, it seems like people don't recognize the side of McIlroy's that screams good leadership. He thinks people don't realize how hard it is to be able to separate the things he says in public and how clear-headed and eloquent he is when he says them. And then, of course, the icing on the cake is the fact that he also goes out and wins golf tournaments at the same time. Up next, McIlroy also thinks highly of Tiger Woods. McIlroy didn't shy away from expressing his appreciation either when it came to Tiger Woods. He literally said, "We're all great golfers, but none of us are Tiger Woods." He thinks that Woods is a hero that they all look up to, and his voice in golf travels farther than anyone else's. His job is to lead them to a place they all think they should be, and he does it pretty well. Not only this, but McIlroy has said his contribution shows how much he cares about the tour and how much he cares about the young players who will be the next generation. It's true that Tiger has been on tour for a really long time, and a lot of people admit that they've all gotten better because of the players who came after him. Last week, LIV Golf said that Woods might have played a bigger role in stopping the Saudi breakaway from working. They said that the PGA Tour had gotten him to publicly criticize younger players for switching to the Saudi tour. Finally, what the lawsuit was about. The accusations were made in court documents filed by 11 LIV Golf rebels. But Carlos Ortiz has since taken his name off the list. The documents were part of a lawsuit against the PGA Tour for antitrust violations that was filed last week. In the lawsuit, which was filed on August 3rd, the plaintiffs said that the PGA Tour made the 46-year-old Tiger Woods do their bidding by getting him to attack his fellow professionals in public. According to the lawsuit, not only was Tiger Woods asked to publicly criticize golfers, especially younger golfers, for joining LIV Golf, he also said that they would never play in the Masters, the Open, or other majors. On top of this, they would also stop earning OWGR points. Before the 150th Open at St. Andrews in July, the 15-time major winner spoke out against LIV Golf and slammed the Saudi rebels for turning their backs on the sport. He said that he didn't agree with the people who went to LIV and thinks that they turned their backs on what got them where they are now. He also added that there are some players who have never even gotten the chance to play on one of the tours. Also that these people have gone from being amateurs to being in that organization without ever having a chance to play on a schedule or in big events. That's a wrap for this video. What are your thoughts on the things that were discussed at this meeting? Let us know in the comments below. Also be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like these. See you in the next one.